Well, I finally got around to making this video. This is me catching up on my One Life event series. It's been a little bit of a while since I've posted one. What you guys are seeing here is going to be a little bit different from the previous one I posted, which was Hotel Wolfhezen, the attack on Hotel Wolfhezen. In this video, you guys see me in first person. What you're seeing right now is round 2 of that match, and I'm using that as just background footage for this voiceover bit, explaining what's going on, explaining the scenario. Just because round 2 didn't go too well for me, I died pretty early on, and that kind of goes against the whole point of this video, which I'm trying to show the first-person perspective of our events. You've seen me in the sky, you've seen me narrating the event, you see how much you can actually be aware of as a viewer, because me, much like you guys, am a viewer in that event, and I function as the admin, but I've also recorded it and voiced over sections, explaining what's going on. On the ground, it's a very different perspective, especially in the nighttime. You only see me see a couple of enemies. I suspect where the enemy is when I'm defending. I scouted out the area. I have the home field advantage. And I kind of go, okay, if the enemy's in the west, he's probably in these 3 bushes, this defilade, behind this tree that I would hide behind if I was attacking from that direction. So you see me shooting shots, but you never really see whether or not I get a kill, right? I think I might have gotten one. But in this perspective is very different. I'm leading the team. I haven't done it in a while, so I was a little bit rusty, but we managed to win regardless. It's a pretty good round. It sort of demonstrates what the average event is like from the perspective of the commander, because the commander can't really get stuck in, can't run in there and get the kills on his own. You're sort of sticking back, sticking between. You don't want to die first because that's going to mess with the system. You want to be able to adapt and move your assets around. In this video, I'm also going to be including a bit of a heads-up display edition. It's not the best I can do. It's the best I can do in Premiere. I might make something in Photoshop, but it's basically going to tell you who's still alive based on the radio chatter. So, in retrospect, when I'm editing, I'm going in and I'm listening. So if I hear the mortar team has died, then I'm going to update the heads-up display for the viewer. So we'll see how that goes. Eventually, if that's something that becomes a little more convenient for me to do, I might Photoshop some better maybe pictures or something like that at the top of the screen. I'll see how much space it takes, how well it looks, but that won't really be a priority for me, but I'll give it a go for this video. This event actually picked up to 50 people, which was really nice. We had a lot of people on the ground, an improvement over the previous weeks, so the following ones gets a little bit smaller since some people couldn't make it, but eventually we're actually looking to get up to 80 people and then potentially starting a second server. So if you have a team and you want to play with your friends, there's a Discord in the description below that you can go on and contact me and I can get you set up for the event with your team. If you're not part of a team, you can join my team. So my team is recruiting. You can go ahead and join us on forlornhope.net. There's a couple ways you can team up with us. If you don't have the time to play, you play whenever you want. There's a reserve way for you to play with us, and then you can become a full member of the team if you do have the time. All the information's in the description below. Click on some of those links, and you'll find your way around. But other than that, enjoy the video.
One medic go with Lee.
All right.
Is there a way to change it?
So you wanna have tackle lane?
Yeah, stuff always has issues.
Let's comms. Let's do the briefing first, and then we'll you guys can figure it out in local after. All right, so what we're going to be doing is, as we covered in the previous briefing, is we're going to be defending the objective here in the woods.
Do you want me spawning? I'm running up here?
Yeah, spawn as medic. Right, so we're going to be defending the woods at Ode Fabric. Our boundaries are obviously going to be the trenches, the
which medic? The medic without
borders,
a pistol or the medic with a pistol?
And the woods. So the woods, the roads, and the trenches are our boundaries. The Americans are likely going to be assaulting us from the east side. They might come from the north-south. So we're going to be positioning ourselves to defend our objective. As you guys can see here, the 88 gun, along with the transports, the SDK of Z7s, these Kubo wagons, they are stationary. Do not move them. This is the objective the Americans have to destroy. We must defend this. So we're broken up into relatively smaller section sizes. I think pretty mobile units. So what we'll be doing is we'll be defending the objective ideally from all sides. We're also going to have a group of people that's going to be in reserve, ready to strike the enemy from a flank. So we'll break that apart. Everybody go ahead and open up your map. Right. What we're going to have is the guys with the commander, myself, are going to be holding the trench around here. We'll be responsible for the objective. The point of interest around 51. we're gonna have 2 para on the mortar, hidden somewhere in the south. It's gonna be at the discretion of logistics. South of us here, at the discretion of logistics, where the mortar goes down. Ultimately, get ready to use the mortar. So 2 para, 2 reg. You guys will be on the mortar. We'll have 1 heavy mortar. Section commanders just call in and mark the areas where the enemy's coming from. They will be hitting it with mortars, so use your radios to call it in. And we will have the 502nd. You guys will be holding the trenches in the south here. There are trenches around point of interest 11. So you guys will be responsible for holding our southern side. And then we will be screening the remaining western side and the northern side with 1 section, King Zone. You guys will be under 67 or 19. You can split in 2, maybe 2 groups and hold different areas. We just need you to spot the enemy and then consolidate in positions where you can fight them off. And then on top of that, we have our Logi running back and forth with supplies continuously building up. I will use the guys in my section to reinforce you guys into to reinforce your position. So we will be holding back at the objective, and we will reinforce any areas where you guys may need assistance. Section commanders, you will be able to build, and that's basically that. We're defending the area. The way the command will break down: if I go down, Luther takes over. If Luther goes down, Enigma takes over. If Enigma goes down, Lassen takes over. Right? The enemy obviously has the extract that they need to extract. So the enemy extract is at the mark here. We cannot camp 97, but should the enemy destroy this position and you as a section commander find yourself to be alive, your goal is to prevent the enemy from extracting at 97. Does anybody have any questions?
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward, yep. Alright, so we have our kits assigned. The enemy will be coming in force. They have 3 half-tracks. Try to shoot them off of them. Try to let them get close before we engage. We don't want to startle them at a distance. They will have the advantage. Now, the enemy also has semi-automatic weapons. This is the first time we're playing against the American forces, so be mindful that they will beat you at rather quick engagements or just those spot and shoots. So try to make sure you're the ones ambushing them or they walk into you. Make use of your machine guns.
Engage at range, gentlemen. And don't let them close in.
Actually,
There's nice.
Sanders, can you respawn as a machine gunner?
Yeah, sure.
And Louis, you can't use the AP.
Wait, am I in the right
rifle.
section? Should I be
Yeah,
in the
you're fine,
other
you're fine.
able section?
Okay, just go machine gunner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we win, you all get a lot of...
So Louis, you need to spawn in as a rifleman.
As a rifle lottery.
Yeah, so you can't take the hits.
Is either machine gun fine?
Yeah, either machine gun.
Hey, Evans, quick question. In terms of, like, armor, where do you want us? Like, if you can put, like, a
Armor?
or something.
Right, so the armor, you guys will be holding back.
Like, the, personnel mine. I can't keep that.
No. Armor, I want you guys to sit somewhere in the south. Be ready to come up. So we'll call the armor in as we need it. So make sure we get that call in, section commanders. The moment you see the enemy approaching, we'll call in armor to flank them. So armor, I want you guys to find a spot in the south, somewhere between Valmolen and trenches. So you guys will be sitting there until we call you in.
Alright.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start setting up our positions. We have logistic supplies here, so Watkins, you can go ahead.
I gotta have my guys go up to that.
Yep, everybody, you can go ahead and start setting up in the areas that you need to set up in.
Alright.
Logistics, go ahead and drop the supplies.
Yeah, we just had 4 crash. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Banjo walks tonight, brother.
They can rejoin. We're not starting the round yet. Until we take contact, you can get your players to rejoin. Alright, we are live. Everyone get ready. Let's make sure we get that early call in.
Alright, guys. Should we have put sandbags up?
Yep, you can start, I'll start building up some stuff here.
Alright, Americans on the move. It's live.
Are they allowed to approach north?
Yes.
Roger.
But are we...
Zach, are we just supposed to stay in the trenches, or can we, like, move up from
Well,
them?
find a spot around here to defend from. Keep an eye where the enemy might be.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Start building up some of these defenses at place them.
Can you set up why don't you set up your sandbags like along this tree line? Like where this tree and bunker meet?
Gotta keep digging.
I have a shovel.
You don't have sandbags? You're a rifle. You're a rifle? You should have sandbags.
I like how we build wooden stuff from digging.
Yeah.
Guys, they have mortars up if you need them.
There you go.
You can press 5 and then if you need a fire mission, so we don't clutter the
Thanks,
this
Austin.
chat.
I prefer to know, so just do it in the G.
Alright. We'll do that. I can hear vehicles to the south.
That's our.
Yes, that's our.
Oh, that's ours. Yep, sorry.
Where?
Stand down. It's okay.
All right. The barricades are up.
Where did you hear?
It's just our armored car.
Oh, it's fine.
Let me know if you need to see anything, Louis.
Sure. Roger.
Do we have a genuine direction of where they're coming from?
Well, they can come from any side.
Everywhere.
Oh. So.
Right, I want you guys to readjust. We'll be defending around here. Find spots around this area.
Would we be able to get some sandbags or something? Do you want the MG team staying in this bunker, or do you want us readjusting too?
MG, stay there. Just want everybody else over to the defense marker.
Main force seems to be coming from the north. I hear vehicles.
Okay, for saying it.
Think so. Watch north. They might be coming from there.
Right. Guys, get ready for the north. So readjust back to the defense markers here. We're going to be defending likely the.
Tell me when you want me the armored car to move, and then we can get going.
Copy.
I'm still a little bit confused if we're supposed to stay in the trenches or out, but I guess out.
Hey, attention everybody. To my north, it's northeast, bearing 60 to
Sorry about that.
70.
I've got an unmanned machine gun here.
56,
Someone
bearing
send somebody to
56
pick it up.
enemies.
Roger that. I'm hearing from my lookout bearing 56
north.
enemy in the north.
Here, enemy armor car to the east somewhere.
Could you repeat?
We're hearing
don't
enemies
know
north.
exactly
So
where.
alright, 500 second. You guys stay down there in the south. We'll use you as reserve. If
What's the
anything.
enemy down out that way? Nope.
Tell me when you want armored to move.
Enemy
Out of
havoc
range.
east moving
Banjo,
towards
we need
the
you up
south.
here with us.
The unknown marker
Delta.
is an unmanned.
Marker is Delta 389.
Squad lead, would we be able to just get
The
like
unknown marker is an
specific,
unmanned machine gun.
watch the
If
south
someone
side?
can put their guys on it.
over where the machine gun team is?
Let's start trying to get the machine guns spaced up facing north by Luther. By section 1.
Careful of the Louis.
Working
Right,
on
that's
that.
our own
Hey
lodging.
guys, there's a machine gun in that bush over there. Someone should get on it. Over here, boys.
Basically,
Banjo,
use
hop
to
on
the
machine
east.
gun if you can.
Sure. Over here?
Half track is still moving
yeah,
south.
over
Be
there.
aware. Trenches.
Where's this machine?
Logi, go dump these supplies for section 1.
Oh.
It's further down. This is
Say
not
again?
section 1. Go to section 1. They need the supplies more than we do.
Second half track south. Second half track on south.
You're saying half track south?
2 half tracks moving south. Positive confirmation from my squad.
What's those infantry markers in the north? Is the enemy in the north?
I don't know.
Luther, is the enemy north or south of you?
Yeah, enemies infantry in north. Positive confirmation.
Roger that. Get ready for enemy contact in the north. Logi, avoid the north side.
I saw them. I pinged it roughly where they were.
Yes, sir. Copy.
The truck's just having some trouble here.
My thought is that those half tracks down there might not be manned. I think that there was a group of them heading contact north.
Shots from northwest?
Yeah, I think they're firing on the
Northwest.
truck.
Remember to tell me when you need me. I'm not gonna move just because you say something in the chat.
Roger.
Do you see them, Louis?
One day, guys have a location you want us to fire at?
Right here.
West,
You might not be
bearing
alone.
12.
You might
Is
not
it
be alone.
possible to,
Right, I want you guys to adjust to the other guys over there in the northwest.
Nope.
I think I saw an
Okay.
Alright,
infantry.
That one is unfortunately stationary.
Enemy entry dismounting on south, moving forward.
Just place a mark.
South, be prepared for contact. Imminent.
Was that a shot from the south?
Delta 3.
Yeah, it
Delta
sounded more
3,
west.
4, 6. Delta
West,
3,
south.
4,
Stay
6.
Yeah.
Armored car, check the marks east of you.
We've
Be
got
ready to
guys on
engage.
me. Yep, we've got guys on us.
Break, contact north.
Alright, armored car, get out of there. Don't let them destroy you. Just drive away.
Hey, fam.
Shoot as you can.
Please, comms.
We are
slow.
moving.
Break.
Well, there might be crawling through the fire.
Contacts north.
You're in contact north. Stay vigilant.
Contacts north. March through.
North.
That sounds east, northeast.
I've marked a hostile location.
Where,
Hostile
going
infantry
down on
location.
Alright, Luther, call in mortars if
On
you
us,
need
right
them.
here, right here.
Markers on the south. Enemy infantry on the south.
Machine gun
There's
team, I want you to
grenade
reposition
drops
back to the bunker.
towards west.
Everybody else stay in position. Machine gun team
Right,
to the
you.
marker.
I hear shots from the northwest as well.
I hear shots everywhere. PTSD's coming back. Right up the road north of you guys.
Alright,
We had one guy
supplies. Do you have time to build anything?
No, nothing yet. Just stay in the bunker.
Behind your position.
Okay, armored car is moving north.
Do you guys
Armored car
still
is
see the
moving
smoke grenade
north.
at
We've just engaged
northwest?
hostiles and took out a couple guys.
Go back for the rest of the
There's a
guys.
smoke grenade behind the barn.
I'll go check.
I got eyes. Nope, that's friendly's running out there. Fuck. Almost gunned down this forward.
6 hit
guy.
Republic. 6 is down.
It's hard to tell through these.
A shot from the north.
Alright, yeah, that's
Alright, armored car is
friendly
down.
out-
Just
out
stand by.
directly-
Stay in your
directly
positions.
north of
I'm
us.
dead.
You guys want us to put somewhere? We can deny them access to an area.
Enemy contact north at marker.
Directly east of us. I fucking hate it.
I want to step out just for a minute.
Alright, one, I've set up an MG42 behind your position.
Mortars,
Mortars,
can you get
start.
some shots on that location? Push them a little bit farther
Get
back
right
to
on
the mark.
It sounds southeast.
Grenade you down on fourth position.
Enemies moving south, delivering scout car. No, it's fine.
Fuck, we're taking contact. You get in contact with 4, let me know when they're in position to this bunker I'm in. I can start getting let out that way.
Just check your map. Don't hit 4. Actually,
Bad,
that's not
where's crawling on the ground?
Don't hit
okay.
4.
Buildings north of supply point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't hit 4, I know. But
Right,
where are
4,
they in
I'm
relation to 4?
Guys near your
Because I'm
northeast
looking
South of
troops.
South of 4. You
They
can
just
check
took
the map
out
now.
our
Still-
building. They just took out the buildings north
I'm
of
still
the
in
point.
west.
I just saw it.
See something?
No, I'm just putting rounds down in the location that I'm fairly certain they're in.
Contacts north and west.
They can figure out where the hell they're fucking coming from.
Right, machine gun stay in position. Rifle group with me. So the 2 guys on machine guns stay put. Rifle group line this wall here.
Eyes on. 8 machine gunner.
Enemy on the marker. Enemy on the marker. Get on this wall. Open fire. Machine gun. Readjust to us here as well. Enemy in the building.
Yeah, they're in the building.
Reloading.
Did they have tanks?
Mortars, we need a mission, bombing mission.
There are also to the left that marked building.
To that.
Soccer, we got guys directly south of MG's position. What was your last order?
Alright, machine gun, just stay put. Rifle team over here. Anybody that's not a machine gun or a medic.
Saga, they might flank us from
They are
from the direct west.
They're flanking to the. They're trying to flank to the west.
Alright, where is the rest of the rifle group? Banjo. All the others.
Sorry, I thought you wanted me down the machine gun.
You're not a part of the MG group. You're not a medic, you're not a machine gunner.
Yeah, you told me to go to the machine gun earlier, so I
Mortars, do you have a fire mission on 92?
Alright, are you on the mounted machine gun?
yeah.
Does it have an angle on the building on the mark?
Hey, not really. It's just behind the bush.
I'll be ready to jump on it if you need to.
Saga. Just watch your back, Saga. They were Schneppy engines. Machine gun displays to the trenches.
Make sure we watch our west. 4, do you have contact?
Yeah.
There's a half track north.
Enigma?
Yeah,
this is 4. We had contact directly to our front.
I see their car.
But they seem to have fallen back now.
Their car is moving west.
We got at least one.
Roger, that starts shifting west towards the trenches. They took out our mortar team.
I'll go there.
Star help. Actually, 4, come back to the objective. Help us hold here.
Yeah, we're pinned down.
Gotcha.
He's right there. He's on the other side. He's one by the Jeep.
1, are you still up?
He's by the Jeep. There's close south.
Tossing frag.
Reloading.
Enemies around the marker. Engaging enemy in the west. Northwest.
Tossing smoke.
It looks like they're pretty much inside the vehicle cordon.
No, don't toss smoke.
1, are you still up?
They are just helping them.
No, I'm saying
We're still
they're
good.
tossing
No
smoke.
contact.
No contact, stay in
We
reserve.
caught some in the crossfire.
Readjusting that smoke fucking blocking me.
Should we move the bush, do you think? We could. I think I'll do that. Yeah.
Contact. Infantry approaching.
The fuck are they?
I think they're in the west.
There might be contacts to the south. Fuck, that's me, dude.
I've got contacts to the west. 3 or 4 infantry crossing in through the forest.
You can just send rounds, short bursts. Just sit tight, defend, make sure nobody sneaks up on the objective to destroy it.
Their car is moving towards
wants us?
That's enemy armor moving.
Oh shit.
Half track, enemy half track.
Run.
Moving. Be ready to shoot the gunner off.
Give it the best.
We're hearing a half track round.
Reloading.
Location?
Somewhere west.
Enemy half track is on the other side of the barn.
Yeah, that's a 50.
One, can you send a guy to take care of it?
just got killed.
We're already on it.
Yeah, go around, flank around the building.
They're in the factory. Enemy half track is.
How we were all going. Hey, watch out.
Can you up guns?
Alright, we're now in the camera. Let's take a look at this. Much bigger game today, eh? And I'm actually playing for once.
I'm gonna try and make supply run.
It's rolling. I'm down to my last mag. That was a Duca.
Yeah, it's on the south side.
Look at this. Germans still got a section up right here. This looks like some metal war game right here.
Boys, spread out, spout. Yep.
Yes,
Nobody's realized that I have died.
What's over there? They're right on top of you, my dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think there's
one guy left
track
right
or something
there.
like that.
I
I'm
think
trying to
he's
get a position where I can ambush.
They just took out the objective.
Took out
Did they?
Kubel, not the whole objective.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Did they? Ooh.
They're gonna try to
still kill them. Where's your head still at?
So I probably added a narration beforehand
I think
as to what the scenario is, so hopefully I played that in the beginning. But in this one I decided I'd be playing myself.
Try to kill them before they get there.
They took him out. It's just two guys left on the enemy team. Right? This guy right here. The American faction looks really nice. The shaders look really cool. Everything about the new update, I kind of like it. The weapons, as far as we can tell, are pretty balanced. The Americans get a lot of recoil. I think they have less ammo. Something with my camera is off. Usually I'm playing in since I died, I feel like everything's
I'm
slow
running
motion.
for supplies.
Just one guy left here, eh? Unless they have... Yeah, a lot of dead players.
Enemy half dead ahead.
Yep.
This guy died. This guy did a good job.
We need to try before they
Black man.
Yeah, MG, stay here, cover it. If they try to mount up, tuck them down.
I think this is the last fight to be had here, these two guys. Slow motion. I must have pressed a button somewhere. There he goes. Now, technically speaking, this
How many
guy
do you
just
think
needs
are
to
left?
extract. Unless he doesn't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, look at this. Just gonna pop him right now.
Alright, we're on top of the half track that rolled in. It's clear for the time being.
What's everybody's status over?
It's only us.
Spots them where people are still alive.
We're all that's left in the squad.
Squad 4 is still alive. West.
Oh my god, there was an explosion right next to the half track.
Look at this. Look how close these guys are. Little do they know. He's aware. I can tell he's a good player just by how he's moving.
Any sign of anything?
No, we have not made any contact.
Where is our...
How do they not
You
see
guys
him?
should probably spread
There's
out
a
and
two
make sure
guys.
they're not flapping back around from the other side.
We got contact?
Who's that gunner? Who is this?
Got him. Right there, didn't see him.
Come on, Yorkie.
Hey!
Or not.
And it's a German victory.
Victory!
Nice. Look at how many guys we have now. It's a good game. Big thanks to all the new players who've been joining us. 50 people on the server. We've gone from maybe a game of 26 to 50. So people are definitely.
To the south.